Good evening, I'm Maurice Dubois.
And I'm Christine Johnson. Today marks 1 year since Hamas terrorists attacked and murdered more than 1,200 people in Israel and took more than 250 people hostage. That's according to the Israeli Health Ministry.
Since that day, the Hamas Ministry of Health says almost 42,000 people have been killed in Gaza during Israel's military operations. The State Department says an estimated 101 hostages remain in Gaza, including 7 Americans. These are their faces and names there. Images of all of the hostages still held by Hamas were projected onto the walls of Jerusalem's Old City as families in Israel today held sunrise memorials.
And here around the city, we have seen protests, some people marching through the streets calling for a ceasefire, as well as students walking off campus. We have team coverage live at some of those protests and also memorials today. Let's begin here in studio. Jessica Moore with the latest on the developments overseas. Jess?
Well, Christina Maurice, as Israel marks 1 year under the shadow of a widening war, it is fielding more incoming rockets from Hamas and Hezbollah. Meanwhile, people around the world gathering to remember those murdered on October 7th and those killed in the resulting war. We want to warn you, some of the video and details of this story are difficult to see and hear.
They are moments permanently etched into our collective minds. On October 7th, 2023, Hamas launched a coordinated terror attack on Israel, slaughtering more than 1,200 Israelis and taking more than 250 hostages. Israeli officials say hundreds more were subjected to brutal acts of sexual violence, including the rape and gang rape of children and pregnant women. Over the past 12 months, the fighting has mushroomed into a full-scale war between Israel and Hamas that now also includes Iranian terror proxies, the Houthis in Yemen, and Hezbollah in Lebanon, and as of last Tuesday, Iran itself. And as the war widens, so does the humanitarian crisis. Marches and demonstrations took over streets across the world this weekend for the Palestinian people. Many of the estimated 41,000 killed in Gaza were civilians, caught in Israel's counterattack against Hamas. Tens of thousands more are forever displaced from their homes.
To use the word defeat, I won't use that, but we feel down. I had a 16-year-old cousin killed by the Israeli soldiers.
The U.S. and Israel estimate 100 hostages are still being held in Gaza, including 7 Americans.
Itay Chin, Judith Weinstein, Gad Hagay, Eden Alexander, Keith Siegel, Sagi Dekel-Chin, and Omar Nutra.
20-year-old Eden Alexander is from Tenafly, New Jersey.
I'm feeling that the more the time is passing by, it's more difficult. I'm more anxious. I'm very sad.
The Alexanders say they can feel their faint hope of Eden's rescue fading as the war widens to include Lebanon and Iran.
We see in the news now they're just speaking about the Hezbollah and the north border.
Congressman Josh Gottheimer says he and his colleagues on the House Intelligence Committee are constantly working to secure the release of all the hostages for the sake of America's future.
They believe the ultimate target is America, not Israel, right? And that's what I think gets lost in all this. That these are attacks on the United States from Iran, who is partners with all of our top adversaries, China, Russia, North Korea, all focused on one thing: undermining democracy, undermining freedom and peace.
And this war shows no signs of slowing down. Within the last few hours, Israeli forces issued new evacuation orders for Palestinians in northern and southern Gaza, signs of another impending attack on Hamas. Maurice, Christine.
Thank you, Jessica.
In Tel Aviv today, meantime, hundreds of people gathered for a memorial ceremony and concert commemorating the victims of those terror attacks. This event was restricted to only families and friends who were killed or kidnapped by Hamas. That's because of strict security measures following the Iranian missile attack last week. Families held a moment of silence and listened to speeches from family members and survivors.
Well, as you've been hearing here, it's certainly been a year of heartbreak and agony for families in both Israel and Gaza.
Lisa Rozner spoke with loved ones who've experienced firsthand suffering on both sides of the border.
Carmel Gott watched helplessly as her mother, Kinneret, was murdered by Hamas on October 7th. Then she was taken from Kibbutz Be'eri into Gaza. The 39-year-old occupational therapist turned 40 over her 11 months in captivity, ending when Hamas executed her and 5 other hostages.
In the dark, without food. Probably diseases need to take care of each other. She could have been saved. She could have been saved multiple times.
Carmel's brother Or has returned to Be'eri, but is retelling her story in hopes of saving those still alive, like 23-year-old Bipin Joshi of Nepal, taken hostage from the Sdot Negev Regional Council, made up of 16 communities near the Gaza border.
Just shoot the children like that. You can see in the movie, they stand on the gate and like that.
The council's leader says around 30 people were murdered that day, many of them agricultural workers from Cambodia and Nepal.
They get inside about 50 terrorists in the morning and about another 50 in the afternoon. But it's not just they kill them. They do terrible things with their bodies.
The group raising money with the help of the nonprofit La'aretz to build a new community for 500 families.
We cannot do it without private help.
Relatives of people living in Gaza say donations are a means to survive. Each rainfall ruins their tents. Najla, who did not want to give her last name, says her aunts and uncles' families are all displaced.
They currently live in a tent with no sewer, no toilets, no clean water to drink. If you have high cholesterol, you have no medication. How do you expect human beings to live like that?
Dua Abdullah says her 17-year-old cousin Amr died after being hit by flying artillery in March. She says he died in the ambulance, and this happened shortly after reciting the dawn prayer during Ramadan in a tent.
His aunt and her children, they survived, but all of them are amputees. His death was a huge shock to everyone because he was in the safe zone.
She says another relative, Ahmed Saeid al-Abadle, who had Down syndrome, was killed by an IDF quadcopter near his refugee camp in Khan Yunis when he started walking, thinking he could go back home.
You're talking about a whole village that's just like named after my family. Every single one of their homes has been destroyed. Every single one of these people have had to evacuate.
Families on both sides of the border wanting to see an end to the bloodshed and for rebuilding to begin. Lisa Rozner, CBS News, New York.
Thousands of pro-Palestinian and pro-Israel demonstrators are marching in Manhattan tonight.
Mahsa Saeidi is live at Grand Central Terminal now with more on this. Mahsa?
Maurice, Christine, we are right outside Grand Central Terminal, and at this moment I want to show you the demonstrators that are making their way here. It is the height of rush hour. There are hundreds of police officers staged outside of Grand Central Terminal waiting for these protesters. We have seen in the past they have been able to shut down Grand Central Terminal. The NYPD here, we're going to show you all the officers that are here. They are blocking this entrance. They're trying to do everything they can to make sure that people can get home without any disruptions. Tonight, pain and anger in New York City, 1 year after the October 7th attack on Israel.
I'm angry now, and I didn't want to come here, but it's important to show up, to hold the Israeli flag, and to say Am Yisrael Chai, even though we're a couple Jews here, and there's thousands of pro-Palestinians.
My grandparents have been in the West Bank their whole lives. If they get thrown out, they can't start over again.
A little Palestinian girl in my village, Betiksa, a distant relative, was shot and killed by Israeli soldiers.
On social media, organizers said to call out of work and school. By mid-afternoon, the Palestinian flag draped down just steps from the New York Stock Exchange, making it difficult for this man to get to his job. On the outside of this protest, there are dozens and dozens of NYPD officers in riot gear ready to step in if they need to. We saw police take one counter-demonstrator into custody. Tensions high as the two sides clashed with each other and news crews. The NYPD says there's been more than 4,000 protests in the past year. The marches have shut down bridges, slowed traffic. City officials say sometimes crossing the line from protest to anti-Semitism. The plan now to be at Grand Central Terminal at the height of rush hour. Is the goal to shut down Grand Central Terminal today?
I mean, every single time we've announced Grand Central, the NYPD are actually the ones who shut it down. For us, we're trying to get as much visibility as possible.
And here's a live look outside Grand Central Terminal right now as this situation develops. Maurice, Christine, this has caused disruptions throughout the day. At Wall Street, we saw some people struggling to get to work, struggling to get home. We are here on scene. We're going to try to see where these demonstrators are headed, and we'll bring to you any updates we have, any impact that this is having on everyday New Yorkers as they just try to get home on what is such a difficult day for so many people. For now, that's the very latest here outside Grand Central Terminal. Mahsa Saeidi, CBS News, New York.
Okay, do keep us posted. Mahsa, thank you.
Meantime, hundreds of Columbia University students joined a walkout today as part of protests across city college campuses.
Zinnia, Maldonado is there uptown right now. Zinnia, quiet right now, but certainly not the case earlier today, right?
Well, Maurice and Christine, as we know, Columbia became the epicenter of campus protest last year, so no shock that advanced security measures were announced well in advance. In fact, the university shut down yesterday at 7 p.m. to non-residential students and did not reopen until 7 a.m. this morning. Now, as you can see behind me, there is no longer an NYPD presence out here, but there are still some barricades up. And earlier this afternoon, both pro-Palestinian and pro-Israeli students making their presence known on campus. Pro-Palestinian protesters gathered on the steps of Low Library Monday afternoon following a student walkout at Columbia University.
Bring them home!
Near the same location, pro-Israel students waving Israeli flags gathered near a display of giant milk cartons showcasing the identities of hostages taken by Hamas terrorists.
What it was is us trying to tell the story, nothing to do with Palestinians or anything like that, just tell the story of the people who were massacred. It needs to be a time for humanity and not a time to protest, not a time to divide even more.
Pro-Palestinian students were then seen taking over the 110th Street subway station heading to Wall Street. Monday's walkout, part of a citywide Students Fled NYC for Gaza protest organized by Within Our Lifetime, a Palestinian community organization. NYU protesters in similar efforts gathered at Washington Square Park as well. Back at Columbia's Morningside campus, officials say heightened campus and building restrictions will remain until Wednesday. According to interim president Katrina Armstrong, the walkout was not registered through nor sanctioned by the university. In August, Columbia University president Manoush Shafiq resigned from her position just months after the institution was rocked by campus protest over the war in Gaza. Students say life on campus has not been the same since last year.
The security is incredibly intense and is only getting more intense as the term's gone on. It's incredibly difficult and honestly quite threatening at times.
And a Jewish and Israeli October 7th commemoration is set to take place on campus later this evening. We're live from Morningside Heights. Zinnia, Maldonado, CBS News, New York.
Zinnia, thank you. This morning, Senator Chuck Schumer was at his synagogue in Brooklyn, Congregation Beth Elohim. He prayed for the families of hostages who've been killed to find peace and for those who are still captive to be freed.
We never forget them and are doing everything we can as a country to see their return.
Schumer added that October 7th is a day that will live in infamy. He said the atrocities committed by Hamas were reminiscent of the viciousness of the Nazis during the Holocaust. We have continuing coverage on this day throughout the hour. Coming up at 6, Shosh Bedrosian sits down with a survivor who explains how he is using his story to promote peace.